If you've played Classic WoW's in-game before, I'm sure you're familiar with the term GDKP. What's going on, guys? It's Buttadog here, and today in this video, we're going to be speculating about the effects GDKPs could possibly have on Season of Discovery. So to kick things off, I think it's important to explain what a GDKP is. A GDKP is a loot system that implies particular player's gold amount determines their chance of getting loot. So, are you Mr. Moneybags able to outbid somebody for a specific piece of gear? Cool, you can within a GDKP. So, now that you know the setup of the loot system, I'm sure you're thinking, isn't this insanely flawed? Couldn't somebody be absolutely terrible at the game, yet get gear prioritization over you? Couldn't people just swipe their credit card at gold payment services and have those services send them tons of in-game currency to get best in slot quickly? Yep, and it sucks. GDKPs are just an insanely common debated topic within the WoW community, and rightfully so. It's kind of disingenuous for World of Warcraft to, in any way, shape, or form, be a pay-to-win game. That being said, gold payment services are completely against the TOS for Blizzard, because you can probably imagine that with gold payment services leads to those accounts botting in order to optimize their gold per hour, and then eventually being able to maximize the revenue that they're making through these payment services. And ultimately what that does is, with the influx of all this gold, it's just like real life in the sense that shit gets inflated. Certain items that normally were super low in value, but it was reasonable because the economy was stable, are no longer that. They're insanely inflated, and in order to keep up, you have to have gold to be able to service that. And I know some of the people in the comments are already like, but what about the WoW token? Well, as we all know, the WoW token isn't currently in Classic era right now, and I very much so hope it stays that way for Season of Discovery. So this whole gold phenomenon and people buying gold creates this almost self-fulfilling prophecy and this cyclical process of buy gold, buy gear, buy more gold, buy more gear, buy more gold, buy more gear. And this leaves WoW in such a weird spot where gold almost determines how your character progresses. And for all of us sweaty MMO players, we do not like that. Character progression is one of our favorite parts about playing MMOs, and to be able to progress your character through skills and things you achieve within the game, not just about your pocketbook. So now that I'm done ranting about how much I hate the whole gold system and gold phenomenon occurring in WoW right now, I think it's important to shift to the point of the video, Season of Discovery. Where does this leave us for Season of Discovery? I think it's pretty ironic that if there isn't something done very soon about this system of GDKPs and buying gold, we will probably see in general chat people doing GDKPs at level 25 for Black Fathom Deeps, level 40 for any of the other raids, 50, 60, and beyond, which again creates this same problem and this same issue that players have with the game in the first place. And to be honest, that kind of bums me out. I think the point of Season of Discovery is exactly that. Discovering new item sets, running with your friends, and optimizing your group so that everybody isn't going for the same loot, and creating special moments that aren't just behind a paywall. I think Blizzard has actually been very lucky to see the way that's occurred on the hardcore servers. Yes, there's still some instances of players buying gold on hardcore in order to do things. Yeah, for sure. But as soon as a character dies, all that progression's gone. And yes, I understand that you could send money to a gold alt, but still, there is a lot of money that goes down because players die, and it makes it much harder to bot. I don't necessarily have the magic bullet for Season of Discovery to combat this, but I hope Blizzard does. I hope that we won't just see these big ban waves of people getting banned simply for gold botting, so they can just remake accounts, resell the same gold, have those players buy that same gold. If they get banned, make a new account. You see what I mean? There has to be something done for Season of Discovery in its very short future to combat this in a way that makes it so the game isn't just solely reliant on GDKPs. I challenge you right now, log on a Classic WoW server, go to stormwind.org, and look in trade chat. Count how many GDKPs you see versus SRs or main spec over off specs. It's insane. It's almost like it's an 80-20 of GDKPs versus main spec off spec, soft reserve, really the way loot was supposed to be prioritized in the first place. And I can imagine that within at least the first month or two of Season of Discovery, bots are going to figure out a way to farm the most ridiculous amount of gold, considering the items that are within the game, to exploit and break the game so that they can profit as much as possible off of players so that they can eventually go buy the gear or buy the items or buy the profession mats or whatever it might be to progress their character in a way which, again, to my point earlier, turns this into a pay-to-win system. And what does this mean for players that don't want to swipe their credit card? It's going to be harder to find groups, harder to experience content, have to jump through roadblocks in order to be able to do the thing that you want to in the first place, and then have no sense of progression within your character, which ultimately leads a lot of new players or players that play casually to just up and quit the game because they can't experience it the way that they want to and the way that the game was meant and designed to be. So let's summarize everything we talked about. GDKPs are an interesting topic. I know that I'm already probably going to get some hate in the comments of people that enjoy GDKPs and want to see them there and want to progress their character that way, and that's fine. I mean, you're open to your own opinion. Personally, I think that it ruins a lot of the integrity of the game, specifically something like Season of Discovery, where it's meant more about journeying about your friends, finding new things in the world, exploring, and curating your new adventures in an old world that doesn't need to be littered by gold botting and gold selling. And I'm probably huffing copium that Blizzard will do something in the near future to fix it, but a guy can hope, right? I want to hear your thoughts, though. What do you first off think about GDKPs? How do you envision that affecting the experience of Season of Discovery? And ultimately, what do you want to see Blizzard do about it? All the love lately has been unreal. Thank you guys so much for checking out the content. And if you have enjoyed it today, new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for updates in the future with new videos. All right, appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Peace.